Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving deep into a topic that affects every single one of us, no matter where we live or who we are. We're going to explore Article 1 of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. It's short, just one sentence, but it's one of the most powerful and revolutionary statements ever written. It says, "All human beings are born free and equal in dignity and rights. They are endowed with reason and conscience and should act towards one another in a spirit of brotherhood." This single sentence is the bedrock of the entire global human rights framework. So, let's break it down and understand why it's so incredibly important to truly grasp the power of Article 1. We need to travel back in time. Imagine the world in 1945. The Second World War had just ended, leaving behind a trail of unimaginable devastation, concentration camps, and the loss of tens of millions of lives. The world was scarred, and humanity desperately needed a new moral compass. This was the context in which the United Nations was formed. One of its primary goals was to prevent such atrocities from ever happening again by protecting human dignity. So, in 1948, leaders and thinkers from around the globe, including figures like Eleanor Roosevelt and René Cassin, came together to draft the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. They deliberately placed Article 1 right at the very beginning. It wasn't just an introduction. It was a foundational statement of principle. It was a loud and clear message to the world. From now on, human rights belong to everyone, everywhere, simply because they are human. This wasn't just dry legal text. It was a profound declaration that no life is more valuable than another. Now, let's dissect the wording of Article 1 because every phrase is packed with meaning. It starts with, "All human beings are born free and equal." This simple line completely rejects any notion that our rights are determined by our status, race, gender, or wealth. It establishes freedom and equality as birthrights. This very principle has shaped countless laws and treaties we see today. From guarantees of equality before the law to conventions against discrimination based on gender or race, every time we fight for justice and equality, we are bringing the spirit of Article 1 to life. Next, the article says we are born equal in dignity and rights. This is crucial. It tells us that our rights don't come from a government or a constitution. They come from our inherent dignity as human beings. Dignity means that every single person has intrinsic value, and because of that value, no one, not even the state, can arbitrarily take away your fundamental rights. International courts have repeatedly affirmed this, stating that dignity is the moral foundation for prohibiting things like torture. Dignity isn't just a word. It's the very root from which all other human rights grow. The article continues. They are endowed with reason and conscience. This part is a powerful reminder that human rights aren't just about what we are entitled to. They are also about our moral responsibilities. As rational beings, we can understand the difference between right and wrong. This connects the law to our shared morality. It implies that respecting the rights of others isn't just a legal obligation, it's a moral duty that falls on each and every one of us as individuals and as a society. And finally, it concludes with a call to action. They should act towards one another in a spirit of brotherhood. This beautiful phrase introduces a collective dimension. It's a call for solidarity, empathy, and cooperation. The drafters knew that true, lasting peace could only be achieved if we all recognize our shared humanity. This idea inspires modern global goals, like the Sustainable Development Goals, which aim to leave no one behind. It transforms human rights from a personal entitlement into a shared global responsibility to care for one another. So, how does Article 1 function in the real world? It's the philosophical cornerstone of the entire human rights system. Think of it like the foundation of a massive building. Every other human right, freedom of speech, the right to a fair trial, the right to education, is built upon this single solid truth. Later treaties, like the International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights, directly echo Article 1's language about inherent dignity and equality. It's the starting point for everything that follows. Even though Article 1 itself isn't something you can directly sue over in court, its spirit has been incredibly influential in legal decisions around the world. Courts have used its principles to strike down discriminatory laws and to hold states accountable for protecting their citizens. For instance, the European Court of Human Rights has cited the importance of dignity and personal freedom, ideas central to Article 1 in cases related to privacy and equality. Similarly, the African Charter on Human and People's Rights opens with a declaration of dignity and equality that mirrors Article 1, showing its global impact. So, what does Article 1 mean for us today in the 21st century? We live in a world still grappling with inequality, discrimination, conflict, and poverty. Technology presents new challenges to our privacy and dignity. In this context, Article 1 is more relevant than ever. It forces us to ask tough questions. Are we truly living up to the ideal of treating everyone as equals? Are our laws and institutions truly protecting human dignity? It also reminds us that global challenges like climate change and migration require that spirit of brotherhood, global cooperation, and solidarity. In conclusion, Article 1 of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights is so much more than just an opening line in a document. It is the moral and legal heartbeat of our modern understanding of human rights. It affirms that we are all born free and equal, that our dignity is the source of all our rights, and that we have a shared responsibility to treat each other with respect and compassion. More than 75 years after it was written, Article 1 remains a guiding light and a powerful call to action for all of humanity. It's a reminder that human rights are not a privilege, they are our shared birthright. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this video insightful, please give it a thumbs up. And do unforget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our future explorations into justice and human rights. Stay curious, stay engaged, and I'll see you in the next video.